Before we continue, let us remember what we have learned so far. In chapter 1, we discovered that every empire begins with a decision. Success is rarely inherited, it is a choice. In chapter 2, the market become our teacher. We learn that trading develops competence, prudence, and the ability to think like a businessman instead of merely earning like an employee. In chapter 3, we learn that fortunes belongs to people who observe what others ignore. An astute mind sees possibilities where ordinary mind sees routine. In chapter 4, we discover that timing is one of the greatest competitive advantage. Even the best ideas fail if introduced at the wrong moment. Today, we arrive at the chapter that changed everything, not because it was the richest, not because it was the biggest decision, but because it became the foundation upon which an empire was built. This is story of a Munra port, and hidden inside this story is one of the greatest business lessons you will ever learn. Never sell the product, control the road. Imagine there are two merchants. The first sell apples. The second owns the road that every apple seller must use. Who become richer? Most people immediately answer the man selling apples. But history often rewards the second person because product changes, roads remain. Customer changes, companies disappear, roads remain. This is first lesson of infrastructure. Infrastructure quietly collects value from everyone else. Most people chase business. Very few build a system that businessman depends upon. Adani understood the difference. Adani understand this difference. Instead of asking what should I sell, he slowly begins asking a much larger question. What does every businessman need? The answer was movement. Every product must move. Coal, steel, food, machinery, oil, containers. Everything moves. And whoever control movements possessed extraordinary leverage. Why ports are more valuable than ships? Most people admire ships. Business builders admire ports. Ship arrive, ship leave, ports remain. The ship earns from one journey. The port remains from thousands. The port earns from thousands. This is called thinking in systems. A sagacious entrepreneur rarely asks, how do I earn from one customer? He asks, how do I become valuable to every customer? That question changes the scale of businesses because scale is not created by working hard. It is created by becoming essential. The more essential your business becomes, greater your long-term ascendancy. The greater your long-term ascendancy. Building what others ignore. When people look at Mundra years ago, many see empty land, strong winds, sand, distance, not opportunity. Adani looked at the same pace. Adani looked at the same place, but he saw something different. He was, he saw geography. He saw future trade. He saw logistics. He saw a gateway connecting India to the global market. The land never changes. Observer changes. This is one of the greatest principles in entrepreneurship. Opportunity often hides itself ordinary places. The entrepreneurship, the entrepreneur's responsibilities is to recognize extraordinary potential inside ordinary realities. Competence before expansion. People often believe big companies become big by expanding quickly. This is only half the truth. Great companies expense after developing competence. Competence creates confidence. Confidence creates execution. Execution creates trust. Trust attracts capital. Capital accelerates growth. Many entrepreneurs reverse this order. They seek expansion before capabilities. The reason, the result is predictable. Growth without competence become chaos. Adani explained expanded. Adani expanded because each successful project increased experience. Each experience improved judgment. Each judgment reduce future mistakes. This is how empires grow. One competent decision at a moment. One competent decision at a time. Sovereignty through infrastructure. There is another lesson hidden here. Business is not only about earning profits, it is about increasing sovereignty. The more control you possess over the opportunity, the less demand you become on others. Imagine owning a factory. Now imagine also controlling transportation, warehouses, ports, energies, logistics. Suddenly the business becomes stronger. Now because product changes, because develop because dependence decreases, sovereignty in businesses remain. Sovereignty in businesses means reducing uncertainty, dependence while increasing capacities. That principle appear again and again throughout history. Nations pursue sovereignty. Businesses pursue sovereignty. Even individual pursue sovereignty through skills. Because the more capable you become, the more freedom you possess. The power of vertical thinking. Most people think horizontally. They ask, what else can I sell? Strategical builders think vertically. They ask, what else in the chain can I control? One company produces raw material, another transports it, another stores it, another distributes it, another sells it. A pragmatic entrepreneur studies the entire chain, then slowly enters multiple stages, not out of greed, out of efficiency. Every additional link increase resilience, and resilience creates long-term strength. Fortitude during long projects. Building a port is not like opening a shop. It requires years, planning, permissions, constructions, capital, and negotiation. An unexpected delay. Many people love businesses that produce immediate rewards. Infrastructure teaches patience. Months become years. Years become decades. Only people with the fortitude continues building when results remain invisible. That is why long-term projects estimate impatient competitors. They demand steadfast commitments. Every great builders eventually learn this lesson. Quick money attracts crowd. Long-term value attracts visionaries. Leadership as projects become larger. One person can no longer do everything. Leadership changes. Wise leaders begin to delegate. But delegation is often misunderstood. Delegation doesn't mean avoiding responsibilities. Delegations mean multiplying capabilities. A competent a competent leader delegates tasks. He never delegates accountability. He deploys people, builds systems, creates standards, and gradually transforms individual efforts into organizational strength. This is where leadership really begins. Not when people obey you, but when people become capable because of you. The lesson of this story: imagine two kings. The first spent all his wealth building magnificent classes. The second builds roadmaps. The second builds road, bridges, ports, markets. Years later, tourists admire the first kingdom. Merchant enrich the second. The first king build momentum. The second king build systems. History remembers moments. Economy rewards systems. Never confuse appearance with values. In chapter 6, we discover another principle that transformed Adani from the businessman into one of the India's greatest industrialists. Why scale beast? Thank you so much.